All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. As you saw in the last episode, we ended up going and doing the testing here at HMP for our grudge race event in Alabama. We ended up going out there, but the filmer couldn't make it, so I ended up filming a little bit on my phone, and we made a video for Cameron's channel. So we'll link it down in the description. Whenever you're done with this, go check out Cameron's videos. You see how we did in Alabama. It was a pretty good one. We had a lot of struggles to overcome, and we ended up doing really well. So go check out his video again. But today we're here. It's a Sunday open test and tune. We're here with Freddie's truck. He's got a race in Dallas next week. I think it's called Truckfest or something like that. King R Tuned is putting it on. So we're gonna go out there with this truck, and ever since I put this truck together with the Toro 400 swab for OTM, we haven't tested it. It's just been sitting at the shop. So we want to make sure everything's dialed in and everything's good, and if it's not, if there is an issue, we have a week to at least fix it or get it to the best we possibly can for the event, because we're definitely going. So what we did right now is just for the first test hit, regular wastegate pull, just to make sure the outputs worked for the shifter, and you know, everything just was all right. So this run, we're going to turn it up, put some actual boost into it, and we got Vargas out here. Vargas came out from Freddie.
Yes, sir. What's up, boys? You ready for this?
Yeah, we're ready.
Yeah, so we're ready, guys. We came to support my boy, you know?
Yeah.
It's a Sunday, but it don't matter. It don't matter. We're working, you know?
Yeah, I texted him this afternoon and said, I'm coming out with Freddie's truck. If you want to come out, you know, come see it in action. So he drove all the way out here like an hour just to come see it.
Yes, sir. You know, we need to see the King Cobra in action, guys, so we can have it ready for next week. So it's gonna be fun over there.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good time.
Oh yeah, for sure. So let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's make it a hit.
Sir.
Okay, let's go.
I was just trying to get here as fast as possible.
That stop by the soda was like, should I call, boy?
Oh, yeah, you should have.
I know, I'm for you, man.
I should have got a soda.
Yeah.
I need to go to sleep early tonight, though, so maybe not. We were up late last night.
He don't need no monster.
So me
Corona Premier.
Damn, boy.
Dude, the truck, after OTN, the truck was filled with Miller lights. Like empty Miller lights. Yeah, they were just throwing them in the window, I guess.
Oh,
I cleaned like 10 out of the truck.
Damn it, boy.
I went to go work on it the other day, and I was like, what is all this?
The second pass, man, the truck is moving. Hopefully, like, everything goes good. So we're going to see Paul at the trailer spot, so make sure everything is right with the truck and get to the third pass. So let's go.
All right, so we made our second pass for the night. Had some actual boost into it. Wasn't happy with the time that it ran, but the mile an hour was there. So the truck's mile an hour really well for the boost level it's at, but also the converter is a little, or not a little, it's way too tight. So we'll have to make a change there on the stator or get with Circle D, because this does have an M&M converter. Circle D are just the guys that I work with, and they usually nail it you know, right the first try every time. So might have to get with them and put a converter in this thing before the event. But what we're gonna try to do right now is, since the short track on that pass was so slow, so what we're gonna do is up the launch boost. We're not gonna leave the RPM, or we're gonna leave the RPM the same, but we're not gonna raise it to make more boost, just because the RPM that it's at, it makes enough boost, a lot more than it should at that RPM. So we're just gonna go up and boost, and then we're gonna bring the boost ramp in a little bit faster just for the short track numbers. So hopefully the short track can match up with the mile an hour out the back. So we got the back, like I said, taken care of. The mile an hour is good. Just trying to make it short track fast, that's all. So we're gonna let it cool down, go watch some racing, and we'll make another pass here shortly.
Yes, sir. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Boost, I ended up adding a little bit more RPM and left the boost curve the same as the last time we talked, so I just brought it in a little bit sooner. They had a bad oil down, so the track was down for a while, but we're back in line, about to go. Should leave a lot better because it's got a lot more power than it did on the last pass. Third pass, and basically what I was trying to do is just get the short track to be a lot faster. And in these trucks, it's very hard to feel what the rear tire is doing. It's almost like you're riding on a cloud. So like in a Mustang, I can feel exactly when it lets the tire go. This one, can't really tell. So it looked like it initially hit the tire and it hooked, but once it rolled probably 5 tire rotations out, so a couple feet out, it lost it, which that could be a track thing. I haven't gone up there and looked at the track. Again, this is a regular test and tune night, but it's a 4x4, so it shouldn't have a problem going down. But like I said before, I did hit it with a lot of power on the 2-step and raised everything up. So I'm gonna go back down just a little bit, just because it initially looked like it took it, and then once the boost rolled in is whenever it lost the tire. So I'm gonna lower a couple things down a little bit. It might spin again, but basically from what I'm seeing on the data is that it wants to leave on the power. It needs the power for this converter being so tight. So we need to leave it there. We just need it to go down track. So I'm going to make the boost ramp a little bit further out and see if that works. And this might be our last pass. So not every test and tune session goes well. Sometimes you have failed test and tune sessions, which this isn't a failure. It's working, but sometimes you're fighting the track more than the vehicle itself. So
just data.
Yeah, this is just data. This is a lot better than we had for OTM. I had 0 data. So this is helping me out a lot. Learn the truck, learn what it likes, what it doesn't like. And yeah, we're gonna go up here for our 4th pass. Like I said, I could be safe and get a full A to B pass for sure, you know, where I know it's not going to spin, but that's not what we're here for. We're trying to go fast. So I'm gonna still swing for it, but just not as hard. So we'll see what happens. Now the time out the back is finally reflecting, but I did make a mistake. I forgot that I upped the shift points on the tune-up. So I was sitting there, I heard the RPMs get higher and higher and higher, and I was like, it's not gonna shift, and we're on a good pass. So I hit it with my hand, but it was already on its way to shifting to the next gear. So I went from 1 to 3. So I don't know if we got time for one more, but like getting a pass through 1, 2, 3, it should pick up like a 10th or 2, and then that'll put us like right where I want to be. But
I would say just save it.
Yeah,
because you already have it all.
Still, like the time is not, it's not what I want it to, like it needs to go faster than that. But that gives me hope that we can go the number.
From where we started today to now,
I'm gonna look at the.
That's a big difference.
We picked up
a second,
2 seconds. So we're leaving off the track with that last pass. It did exactly what I wanted it to the 60 foot. But as you heard in the last clip, I messed up and I thought it wasn't going to shift because the RPM to me sounded like it was extremely high. And I wanted it to. Everything was on point. It was making a pass and I thought it wasn't going to shift. So I bumped the shifter with myself, with my hand, and basically I bumped it at the same time it was making the 1-2 shift. So it literally went from first gear to third gear and it just rode out at like 6,000 RPM for the rest of the pass, and it still went decently quick. So not where I want the truck to be at just yet. Still got a lot more to go, a lot more time to make up, but based off the data, the converter has But yeah, so based off the data, the converter has to change no matter what. The state. What up? What up? What up, So basically, the converter has to change no matter what. It's way too tight. The RPM drops like 2,000, 2,100 RPM, which is just way too much. So we gotta. Time-wise, we'll see if Circle D can whip something up in a couple days. That's a lot to ask, but maybe they'll have something and they can come through. If not, we might have to call M&M and get one overnighted if they have a looser stator. And then we can go to Dallas, and if they give us an hour or 2 hours of test session before the event, I'm pretty confident we can get this thing dialed in to where we can be decently competitive. Again, the truck sat for a while. It's way behind on the F-150 game, but after this one race this week, we have a lot of downtime until the next event, so we have a lot of time to do all the upgrades that we've been talking about for this truck. Freddie, I believe, has all the parts that we needed to do all the upgrades. So after this event, the truck's going to do a big makeover. It should be a lot faster. But yeah, on that note, the track outing went decently well. That last pass was what I wanted it to do. And yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next one.